Welcome to the fifth poem of Class 10th English book First Flight, the Ball poem written by John Berryman. Firstly, about the poet. John Berryman was an American poet and scholar. He was a major figure in American poetry in the second half of 20th century and was considered a key figure in the confessional school of poetry. He was born on 25th October 1914 in McAlester, Oklahoma, United States, and died on 7th January 1972 in Minneapolis, Minnesota, United States. He was awarded with Pulitzer Prize for Poetry, Bollinger Prize, and his best work was The Dream Songs. About the poem. This poem is about a boy who has lost his ball. The poet has described the reality of life. He has explained how everyone has to learn to cope up with their loss. In this poem, a boy who has lost his ball, which is very dearest to him. The ball doesn't cost much, but even then it is very difficult for the boy to accept that loss of his ball. Even that the boy is very much willing to get the ball. The poet tells what the boy has lost and what the boy has to learn from the experience of losing something. So in this poem, the poet has explained all about the boy and his experience of learning of loss. Let's see that stanza-wise. What is the boy now who has lost his ball? What? What is he to do? I saw it go merrily bouncing down the street and then merrily over. There it is in the water. The poet says that what about the boy who has lost his ball? What he is going to do now? What he will do? Poet says that I saw him bouncing the ball in the street. I saw that ball was bouncing in the street and then it was going nearby the water body. Water body here it means pond or lake. The poet says that now the ball is in the water and the boy is there. What he is going to do? How he will get his ball? Or what's next? What next? What the boy is going to do? Here merrily means happily and bouncing means to cause a ball to hit against a surface and move fast. So you know very well this meaning. Now second stanza is here. You see that the poet says that no use to say, no meaning to say. What is not meaning to say? No meaning to say, oh there are other balls. It means poet says that no meaning to say to the boy that there are other balls also. You can buy from the market. No issue, you can go and you can get another ball. Why poet says like that? Let's see that. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy. Ultimate means very deep. Shaking grief fixes the boy means a very sadness. A great sadness just falls on the boy. It means the boy is very sad. He stands rigid. Rigid means without movement. He stands rigid. Trembling means shivering. Staring down means looking continuous down. The boy is standing, shivering, looking continuous down. And what he is thinking? All his young days, young means his childhood, all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. Here harbor it means the protected area of lake, pond or sea where the ship or boat is kept. So here the poet says that all his young days now it is in the harbor where his ball went. It means his ball has gone into the water and his memories of past are associated with the ball. Understood this line? Very important this line is there. So try to understand once again. Poet says that all his young days means his all childhood days which are associated with the ball. He has played a lot with the ball that has gone into the water along with the ball. In the next line poet says that I would not intrude on him. Intrude means interfere. I would not intrude on him. Poet earlier was thinking that I could help him by giving the money or buying another ball to him. But poet decides that I would not intrude him. I'm not going to interfere the ball because a dime means 10 cents, American 10 cents. A dime another ball is worthless. means 10 cents ball is worthless for the boy. Now he senses first responsibility. Poet says that the boy is experiencing. What is he is experiencing? He is experiencing the responsibility of loss. It means he is losing something and he is experiencing that how painful it could be, but how to cope up with the ball he is experiencing about. Here are some difficult words which we must know. Ultimate means most extremely. Shaking grief means sadness. Trembling means shaking slightly. Here you see that. Staring means gazing or looking continuous. Harbor, protected place nearby water body. Dock also we know. And dime means the coin, US coin, which worth 10 cents. And senses means experience. And the last line, that is, oh, there are other balls. It means the word suggests that the loss is not important to worry about. Now see the next stanza. Here this is the last stanza, and is in this stanza the poet says, yes, now see that I am just making it bigger so that you can see properly. In a world of possessions, in a world of possessions, possessions means materialistic life, where people worry about the things, possessions, their property, their wealth, and the life which are quite comfortable with the help of things. So in a world of possessions, people will take balls. Here balls means many things, material things. People will take balls. Balls will be lost always, little boy. Here the poet says that my little boy must learn. What he is learning? He is learning that in the world of possessions, in this world of materialistic life, people will get many things, many dearest one, many dear things, and they will be lost also. People will lose the things always. This thing boy must learn. Here you remember, world of possession means materialistic life, where the people worry about materials, about things, about property, about the possessions of different kinds of things. Means everyone wants to possess something. So world of possession, people will get many things and they will lose also. These things the boy must learn. Here the poet says that, and no one buys back ball. No one buys a ball back. Means people lose, but they don't get it back, because money can buy only possessions. It cannot buy memories. It cannot buy time. Money is external. Money is external. It cannot buy the memories. It cannot buy the your past. It can buy only possessions. It can buy only materialistic things. The poet says that he is learning. He is learning. The boy is learning. Well behind his desperate eyes. Desperate means hopeless. Behind his hopeless eyes, he is learning something. What he is learning? He is learning the epistemology of loss. Epistemology of loss means nature of losing something, or how we lose something. So he is learning the meaning of loss. He is learning the meaning of loss and how to stand up after losing something, how to come back in the real senses, how to cope up. Knowing what every man must one day know. Poet say that he is learning that what everyone must know. What must know? That things which we have, we will lose one day. That point he is learning. Poet say that, and most know many days. Some people regret many days about some loss, and they learn how to stand up. But some people memorize for a lot of days their past, their dearest one, and sometime they go in depression. They lose greater than that. They cause themselves. They create problem for themselves. After losing something, they remember for a long time. But the poet says that I am not going to intrude him, because he is learning the nature of loss, where we have to learn that things which are with us we will lose, and even then we have to go ahead in the life. So boy is learning this thing, and that is very important. Everyone must learn in life that things are here in the world materialistic, which will be lost one day. Even then we have to go ahead in the life, and this thing the child is learning. I hope you might have understood this poem. It's very easy one and quite clear one. There is no rhyming scheme in this poem. There are some difficult words which you have seen. You have to memorize these words. Now these are the poetic devices which have been used in this poem. Anaphora, it has been used. Anaphora, earlier also I told that anaphora, it means the repetition of particular word in continuous line. So what has been used? So there is anaphora. Assonance and alliteration. Assonance means repetition of vowel sound and alliteration means repetition of consonant sounds. So here you can see that O sound is repeated and here B sound is repeated here. Repetition means repetition of a particular word. So here what and ball has been repeated. So that's why there is repetition. Now see that these are the 6 questions which we have to answer after reading this poem. So you see that, why does the poet say, I would not intrude on him? Poet say that I would not intrude. Why does the poet say? Why doesn't he offer him money to buy another ball? Next question is, these are the line. Staring down all his young days into the harbor, his ball went. Do you think the boy has had the ball for a long time? Means the boy had this ball for a long time. Is it linked to the memories of the days when he played with it? Means is there any memory linked with the ball? Next question is, what does in the world of possession means? What is the meaning of in the world of possession? What do you mean by the world of possessions? Do you think the boy has lost anything earlier? Do you think? Pick out the words that suggest the answer. You have to pick out the words from the poem. What does the poet say? The boy is learning from the loss of the ball. Means what does the poet say that boy is learning? Try to explain in your own word. And last question is your own. Have you ever lost something which you liked very much? Write in a paragraph in your notebook about your experience of losing, if you have lost some dearest things. I hope you might have understood this poem. If you have understood, you write your comments and give the feedback so that I can prepare the next lessons in the way how I get the feedback. Thank you. Have a nice day.